Alrighty, Catherine. Thank you so much for speaking with me this afternoon. It has been lovely chatting with you. You and I briefly went over the job and the duties and expectation that it entails.
Yes.
Yeah, I would love to go over your professional experience. Now, before I give you the mic, I want to highlight some key skills and job titles that you have on your resume. I'm looking at it currently just so we can really get a feel for your prior experience. So, with that, looking at your experience here, you've worked in customer service for well over about 7 years or so.
Right. Yes.
You've worked as a customer service representative for Matrix Medical, handling high call volumes. You've
Yes.
also worked as a patient access representative for CVS, as well as a
Mhm.
billing analyst. All in all, you know how to tackle high stress, high call volume scenarios to where you're on the phones all day dealing with all kinds of personnel situations, having to think on your feet. So you have those transferable skills. Now, Catherine,
Yes.
I don't want to continue speaking with you for you. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
I would love for you to really highlight your customer service experience. So tell me a little bit about that, if you will.
Yes. So I've been doing customer service experience since I graduated high school and a little while I was in high school. Um it's really very easy for me dealing with people because I've had so many siblings growing up. So it's always been very easy for me to deal with situations and people. So it really was very natural for me. It's a very natural feel for me. As far as dealing with that environment, I feel like it's very easy for the most part, as long as I have a great team behind me to step in when I do need that help. Um, but it's a really good feel. I feel like it's easy for me to navigate through situations where I get angry customers or there's something's not going right. I've never really had anyone to have to step in for me when it comes to those angry customers. I've always handled the situations very well. And as far as that, yeah, I've always got great grades with my calls. Everything has always been great. I just really like the environment with dealing with people over the phone and handling situations for them.
Yeah, and I can only imagine that with your, especially your tenureship and your experience in customer service, you know how to
Yes.
navigate through all kinds of scenarios, the
Yes.
good, the
Mhm.
bad, the ugly, all of the fun stuff, right?
Yes.
So and maintaining organized through the mix, right? So
Yes.
being able to take all of your notes, I can only imagine, you worked in a call center, getting back-to-back calls, having to enter all of your applicable notes into the system, even
Mhm.
using multiple systems at once. So tell me a
Yes.
little bit about your organization.
Um, with every job that I worked, I've always had to take notes before ending my call, during my call. It's always been very easy notating, getting everything I need to get done. As far as with CVS, it was everything was very basically, planned out for me. They made everything really easy in the process. So I had very good training. So it was always easy for me being on task and being organized and getting notes. Everything was always easy for me because I'm already a organized person. So I come in organized. So everything, yeah, it was really easy for me. I feel like for the most part.
Absolutely. And it's good that you had that support at your previous company
Right.
to give you more or less the layout or the guideline for the day. And I'm confident that with this company as well that we spoke about, as far as the office manager,
Right.
um, amazing, phenomenal support will be there for you from the beginning to the end of your training and so forth. So I'm confident that you'll have a support that you, from what you've mentioned, that you
Right.
like as well.
Mhm.
So tell me a little let me ask you this. What does customer service mean to you? Because you've been in this field for so long. What does it
Mhm.
mean to you?
It means making sure that by the time you get off the phone with your customer, that customer is satisfied with everything you handled over the phone for them. I really just like to make sure the customer gets everything they need before hanging up with me. I like with the CVS, we were timed with the calls. We couldn't go too far over our time, but if we had to extend that time to make sure the customer got exactly what they need before hanging up the phone, that was no problem. And I was very big on that. I really believe that making sure your customer is fine, and excited with whatever they called in for, and making sure everything is done. Doing everything in a timely manner as well as still trying to making sure they get everything they need. Um, yes, it's really all about the customer getting what they need.
Absolutely.
That's the main key.
I agree. As being in customer service, it's not about us, it's about the client. They aren't
Right.
always right. Even sometimes they may not be
Right.
with
Yeah.
to where they are right.
Yeah.
Especially as you mentioned, right, in a timely manner, especially nowadays, now time, everyone's always, how can I make this process faster? Make
Right.
it
In a rush.
faster,
Yes.
but also the quality of it is also something that's super effective.
Right.
So you made some very valuable points there. Catherine, my last question for you is going to be, what skill set do you have that sets you apart from other candidates from who are applying to this role as well?
I am a very easygoing person. I'm a very calm and friendly person. I feel like I'm very easy to deal with, even when you're in a moment where you want to be mad about something. I feel like I'm very easygoing, and I like to calm the situation down, and make everybody, just comfortable. I'm very good with making people comfortable, just by my energy and the way I talk and the way I am. I guess it comes from being around my grandma a lot. So, so I just feel like I'm very organized. I'm very on time with everything. Like everything has to be neat and spick and span for me. So I feel like that's very good as far as my managers and stuff like that, supervisors and everything, just making sure everything that is on point, how they like it and how they need it. Being very easy to deal with and not causing too much problems and headaches. So I feel like for me, that's what makes me stand out from other candidates and stuff. So yeah,
Absolutely. And it's funny that you mentioned that you have a very calm uh,
right.
demeanor to you. You really do. You're actually
Yeah.
making me a little calm over here. So you definitely have that. And I can see to where that'll transfer beautifully over the phone or, through email, whatever your communication is with the client. I'm
Yes.
sure they'll see that in you as well. Um, but Catherine, I'm going to end this interview now. It has
Okay.
been truly a pleasure discussing with you as far as your professional
You
background.
as well. Yes.
Yeah. So I thank you once again for your time, Catherine. I don't want you to hang up on me quite yet. I want to continue chatting with you.
Right. Okay.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.